Alright, today we are going to measure the profit margins of running 5.1 maps without premium using a boss killing speedrun set at maximum spec. We're also going to be checking the fame gained from it and compare it to open world mobs, which I'm pretty sure open world still wins. But here's how we're doing it. We're using a bolt caster setup here with Druid Robe, and then we're using a Spectre Hood to keep the Druid Robe stacked before the stacks fall off. And just any leather boot, so I have more cooldown reduction, so I can spam more explosive bolts. And our combat fame credits are 36 million. My entire set is maxed out, so it's all going to go to combat fame credits with a tier 8-3 satchel at 92%. So it's sort of kind of like I have premium active with no satchel, if you want to count that. But what I'm doing here is I'm in a tier 4 zone, and this tier 4 zone only has one tier 5 zone bordering it, okay? To the left is another 4, and to the right is another 4. So when I use the map, it will be forced to spawn here in Parched Throat Plain, and nowhere else. So there we go, it is now in Parched Throat Plain. This saves us time having to hunt down and traverse multiple zones when doing maps. So I'm also using a Husky, so I could basically sprint there as fast as possible. But we will, if we see any like boss mobs in the open world, we'll definitely stop and take them out because, you know, those are super worth it. But other than that, let's just run the 3 maps. These 3 maps, by the way, they cost about 106,000. Now, I don't have premium active, so I doubt I will make my money back. We're going to find the dungeon here. It should have butterflies floating above it. There it is. Alright. This guy is fighting lots of mobs. One of them clipped me, so there we go. Blue butterflies, that's how we know it's ours. And if someone wants to try to steal the dungeon, well, I'm going to be able to out DPS them on the boss. That's why I'm using bolt casters over light crossbow. Light crossbow definitely would clear the trash mobs faster. However, I want to get the boss kill credit for the treasure, so I'm running bolt casters to ensure that no one can take it from me. And let's go ahead and get started here. What we're going to do is activate our armor, shoot everything along the way, sprint along. Make sure that we weave autos. Almost got the guard before he was able to shield, but that's fine. We now have 6 stacks on our Druid Robe, so I'm going to push D and refresh my Druid Robe, and then I'm going to push R right before it falls off. So right about now. That way I keep those 6 stacks and can go a little bit further. Now I don't really need any stacks to kill rats, I'm aware. I'm going to shoot one more shot right before the charge runs out there. And now I have a 6-stacked double Q that I can just blast into the mobs, instantly killing, well, most of them, but not the shield guy. But that's fine. Looks like we've got to the first boss room. I'm just going to go ahead and activate the exploding barrel. And we got Big Spence. Go ahead and give him... Oh, I shot the wrong target, so I've already messed up. That's okay. Now, we are timing this as well, just to see how fast we can do this, though I'm not perfect. Green chest to start with, only 3k. In loot, again, no premium, I'm not expecting much. But hey, it's something, okay? There we go, broke the shield. Just running along. Go ahead and use my helmet cooldown so I can get that 6th stack of a Druid Robe all nice and pumped up. Making sure to keep those stacks. That way I can deal maximum possible damage. Go ahead and use our sprint here. Should be able to one-shot those guys, of course. Now, these guys in a normal tier 5 would be one-shot, but because it's a 5.1, they do survive the hit. We're really hoping for a blue or a red buff shrine there. That would make things a little bit faster. This one, not so good. Not really that good at all. I don't need to kill those. Well, I'm going to go ahead and kill them anyway for the fame calculations. Again, you can see that it's not very much compared to open world mobs. It's like about 1/5, 1/6 less, which is not good, even for a map dungeon. Alright, 2nd floor. So that means maybe we'll hopefully get a better boss than a blue chest one. I don't have a lot of hope for these, I don't know what the dungeons are called anymore. These humanoid ones, they tend to drop the worst treasure. I can maybe use the cannon guys for a boost here. There we go. And maybe this one for a boost. Alright, so that's sped us up just a little bit. Alright, you can see how fast they die whenever I have the combo set up properly. And the fact that Boltcasters, the E just ramps up the damage an insano amount. And we're going to have a 6-stack right for the boss here. So I'm just going to unload onto him immediately. Watch his health just completely evaporate in one cast. Well, dang, 2 casts because it is a map dungeon. Alright, that's a 7k chest. Not very good. Yeah, we're not winning here on the loot at all. Definitely failing on that aspect. Now, I'm a little paranoid that I might have just missed a secret area. I wasn't really paying attention. But I don't... those side areas aren't going to have purple chests or higher. I'm not too worried about it. I'm really not. Just want to get these 3 maps done and out of the way. And, you know, I read people's comments all the time. I read people's, like, questions in the Discord. And a lot of people are like, yeah, I ran 3 dungeons. It took me 30 minutes. It's like, it shouldn't take you that long. It really shouldn't. I mean, I'm nearing, what, 6 minutes now, but this is a multi-floor dungeon, so that is kind of a reason. Alright, looks like we're going down here, down into the depths. Looks like it's just a blue chest, which is a real bummer, so I'm going to save my armor ability for the boss, so I can kill him a little bit faster. Yeah, blue chest boss sucks, but hey, it happens, it's whatever. Can't do nothing about it. But hey, the mobs do die pretty darn quick. It would be cool if, because Boltcasters are a dual wield, that you shot 2 explodey bolts. I mean, yes, the animation you do, but you don't actually explode someone twice. It would just be a little overpowered if you could. Let's just be real. Like, alright, so we're gonna power this up now. There we go, and E. And look at that HP drain. So we did like at least 5,000 HP with one spell. It's pretty good. Right in the beans, yes. Okay, so that's a 10k chest. So far we're not doing so good. Not doing so good. And I'm not going to use these money bags until we run the other 2 maps. Alright, and there we go. We are completed on map number 1, 7 minutes, 20 seconds. Now, do note that I did have to, you know, spend some time running out here. Now, what I'm doing is I'm running back to the Tier 4 zone to pop the map so that it doesn't force me into another zone. That way, I can minimize the amount of travel that I'm required to do. Yeah, I could just gamble it and hope that it spawns right next to me, and yeah, in some sort of weird speedrun super fantasy world, that could be a thing that happens, but it's not something you should count on, and it's not something I'm going to even attempt in this run or this video. Alright, so far, where are we at? We're at 36.2, so that was like 200,000 combat fame. Ish, sort of, not exactly, just, you know, estimate. Okay, there we go, we popped the map, we're going to go back in. Gotta wait a sec for the game to let us back in, because we just zoned. Alright, and this one's a little bit further up. It's near... Now, I am faction flagged, and I am, I believe, 3 zones away. Yeah, I'm 3 zones away, so I get that fame boost. And loot boost, of course, that's why we faction flag. Now, this one here is being contested, and my dungeon is nearby, so if a green boy sees me enter, I could be in trouble, but... I don't think greens are here right now. I think this is just bridge watch people kind of messing about, trying to take it back. We're not gonna worry about the faction stuff. I'm just faction flagged for the bonus, which you always should be if you're doing stuff in yellow or even red zones. There we go. The blue butterflies. We know that's our dungeon because that is the you know, extra bonus there. Okay, we got a good one. I like these. These usually have better treasure. The mobs are less, you know, compacted. And it's usually faster and easier to clear for the most part. It really depends on your spawns. These big guys, not the fastest ones to kill, but we can still take them down. Just like anything else. There we go, took them down. Make sure to shoot in the middle of the enemies here so we can just explode them as fast as possible. And I don't even need to kill anything up there at all. I can just go straight this way. I don't have to waste time on them. Reapply our druid robe to keep those 6 stacks. And treasure, alright, that's 20k, that's pretty cool. Make sure to hit these guys as hard as we can with our 6 stack and our Boltcaster resets. Very nice. Just running along here. You can see that this is nearly as fast as the Spectre Jacket for PvE, just for the Trash Killer. Spectre Jacket is slightly faster, but not by much, okay? Now for this boss, I'm not going to have my Druid Robe stacks, so I'm not going to deal nearly as much, which is a bummer. Now I have a double shot queued up, so I'm going to use it on the boss immediately. Then I'm going to hit him with the Armor Shred into E, and that's going to deal some good damage. I am going to eat a little bit of hits here, but I'm in full 8-3. I can literally tank his hits, no problem. It's fine. Now, he's got a shrine here. It could be a silver one, or it could be a fame one. If it's a silver one, it's whatever. Alright, let's see what we get. And we got silver. Okay. So that gives you 4 times the amount of silver, which is really good if you go blow up an open world boss dungeon. Or like an open world boss zone, because those things drop lots of silver now. But in these dungeons, like, look how much I'm going to get. I got, wait for it, 610. That's times 4. Times 4 values. It's really not that much. I would say it's not even worth, like, I never picked up silver because it wasn't worth it, but now that the game automatically picks it up, I mean, you know, every little bit helps. But I'm not going to backtrack for that pile of silver, even though I'm getting 4 times the amount. You see what I'm saying? I hope you can understand why I'm saying these things. Alright, this is the Earth Mommy. She likes to buff. She makes the wizard nice and swole. You have to take her out before taking out her, you know, buffed target. It is a channeled buff, so it kind of takes her out of the fight. I think it's not a good trade-off. Bears getting shot. Tree and scantily clad women getting shot. Old man getting shot as well. Everyone's just blowing up all at once here. Treasure. Another tome. Okay, we got 2 tomes. That's 40k. So we've almost made our money back here on the second map, but that's because of lucky drops. It seems like lately when I've been filming, I'm just getting lucky drops. Red buff? Nah, blue buff. Blue buff's still good, though, for this build. It's pretty darn good. Looks like there's a boss up ahead here. Let's go ahead and power our weapons up, and maybe I did it a little early here because of these double trees, but we were able to take them out, and there we go. I want to make sure I had 6 stacks. Is this going to knock me back? It is, which interrupted my E, which means I lost a lot of power there. But it's just a stupid tome chest anyway. I really should have even bothered fighting this boss if I saw the chest. It's just not worth taking them down. What, 2,500 fame? That's gross. And only well, it's 9,000 from the tomes, but again, it's still not worth it. For the sake of fame calculation, I'm just going to go ahead and use all of these. And yes, I'm aware there's a use all button, but you have to channel that, and it's slower. I can click faster than the game can click for me, so that's why I did it. I know the button's there. You don't have to tell me. I can see the screen, man. Onward we go, clearing out this dungeon. This is still the first floor. Pretty big dungeon, it looks like. The bear likes to do his little charge. That's his opener. Now, I'm a little rusty, so I'm going to go down here and make sure I'm not missing like a hidden pathway. And it doesn't look like I am, so I really didn't need to path down here and kill these guys, but I just went ahead and did it, so I lost some time there. Also, I'm also aware I let my Druid Robe stacks fall off, but hey, we probably wouldn't have made it to another mob in the time enough it would take to use it. That makes sense. Okay, so we managed to hit the 2 bears, get the 3rd bear in the fight. Hit all 3 bears. You see how my AoE attacks are hitting? They're making the most out of my targets, essentially. And I'm starting to lag, I guess, because those bears were kind of teleporting around. That's not good. Not good at all. Let's see if we can hit these 3 targets twice. There we go. See, it's that easy. You just got to learn how to aim so you hit the maximum amount of targets possible. There's nothing down here. Looks like we're about to hit the boss room, so I'm going to save my armor for now. See if I can blow this wizard away. Get him a double shot. Awesome. Yep, there we go. And now for the boss room. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and start pre-buffing here. Why not? And just give them the full E. There we go. Down the boss goes. This is a 11k chest. Again, not very good. So, we have broke even at this point about, and it's been 14 minutes. Now, here's the thing though. If I just ran normal dungeons, I'm pretty sure I would make about the same amount because, like, just because I'm running a 5.1 map doesn't mean that just the random drops. This is where the majority of our chunk of money is these tomes. Oh wait, you know what? This is also factoring in the cost of this map, so this is actually 65k. We haven't made our money back. Alright, so ignore what I've been saying. We have not made our money back yet. Alright. Now again, we're running out of the zone so that we can spawn another map. I don't think maps are worth it. I'm going to tell you right now. Maps are a pain in the butt. They cost money. Maps are a little bit cheaper if you go tier 6 and above. Okay, those are boss mobs. And that guy's going to go ahead and get them. I would normally stop for that. I would normally just delete those mobs. But for the sake of testing, you know, let's look at our fame credits. We're up to 394. Ooh, that's an item. What is that? It's just a rune. And yeah, it's like, come on, those things are like, how much are these things worth? They are worth 16 silver. Don't tell me that I just skewed the silver results because I picked something up off the world. I'm not. Come on, it's 60. It's like picking up pennies off the ground and being like, I made an extra money per hour. It's not the case, okay? It's just not. All right, and this one spawned even further beyond. Even further away, even further beyond is what Goku says when he's pushing the Super Saiyan 3, I believe. Just saying. Lol, XD. Well, let's use our HAL ability so we can run even faster. That's why I brought the Husky out, so we could just travel really, really quick. Alright, we can just get there lickety-split, as they say, but now I got tagged by mobs, so I'm still fast, I'm still speedy boy. But I have to dismount, remount so I can maintain a normal speed because the Husky gets tired. But if you jump off on and back on, his little Husky brain just completely forgets and he runs at a normal speed once again. So there you go. Little tips and tricks. All these people out here doing stuff with no faction flag on, you're missing points. You're missing out. You're just missing out. It's another one of these dungeons. Well, maybe we'll get like a legendary chest. You know, if you happen to pop like a really high tier map and get a legendary chest, it can be good, or it can be complete garbage. Okay, just because you use like a 8.3 map and you get a legendary chest does not guarantee you loot. Okay, I actually did that. I used to run 8.3 maps back to back, and I'm like, I'm never gonna run these again as soon as I pop a legendary chest. And I did get a legendary chest, and it was worth like 80,000. I was like, well, this experiment was stupid. Because that was the meta that I was lied to whenever I was a newbie, okay? Like, I went to the, you know, the Reddit threads. Ooh, red buff. And they were like, yeah, you need to go Great Axe, and you need to run 8.3 maps in the most dangerous zones, bro. And that's the fastest way to do things. I was like, okay. You know, I don't know why being a newbie makes my voice, you know, pitch upward, but you get the point. You get what I'm trying to say here. And, you know, little old newbie me did those 8.3 maps, getting constantly ganked and farmed, but I would rebuy my sets, you know, I'd barely have enough to afford the next set. Okay, so we want to pile on as many dudes in the middle here as possible, take out this healer. I don't even need to E this boss because he's so fragile. Like, I just saved my E. That was like a 5k chest, maybe, a little bit, sorta. I don't know. Keep that buff going. We have a full stack of Druid Robe and a red buff. This is one-shotting our oppositions. Our opponents. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, look at those nice one-shots. Very cool. Stop healing them. Mr. Shield versus Pickaxe Bros and Rock Throwy Man. You know, they're all just a big happy fam here in the rock mines, or whatever this is. The hidden mines. It's hidden. Very hidden. I mean, I found it, so it's not that well hidden. You know, if I can find it, anyone could. I just had to buy a map to it. You guys can be skipped because you are the door guardians. That's the safest. If you're ever stuck in, like, if you just wake up in the world of Albion one day and you have to be a bad guy, just be the dudes at the very end of the first floor dungeon, because they get skipped, you know. You don't have to worry about getting killed by adventurers. You can they'll just run past you, man. You don't have to like work hard. It's the easiest job in the mines. You just stand there all day and chit chat with your other bros that are nearby, okay? Because the other guys, they have to die so that the boss drops loot, so they're gonna be killed. Whereas if you're the guy that guards the next floor, there's like they don't have a reason to kill you, you know? The adventurers are like, hey man, how's it going? You know, and they're like, oh, it's pretty good. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go to the second floor, okay? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. We're not gonna like radio ahead. We don't have radios. This is like medieval times. And so you just let them pass. You know, it would be like, remember scouting where people would be hired? I think it's still a thing where people would be hired to stand at the front of dungeons and then tattle on Discord if someone came to gank them. Just do that, but like cut a deal with the gankers and be like, hey man, I won't say nothing if you give me a little something something, you know what I mean? That's a 12k chest. It's probably like the biggest chest we've had all day. Anyway, the gankers cut a deal, and then, you know, they give you a little something something, so you're like, yeah, alright. But then you rat them out on Discord anyway, so you're playing all sides, and it's like, oh yeah, so gankers are on the way, here's their gear loadout. And then the guys are like, you double-crossed us, no, and it's a big epic anime adventure, you know. Just Albion Online, the anime. Albion Online, the Saturday morning cartoon. Albion Online, the newspaper comic strip. People don't read newspapers anymore. When I say people, I mean people of my demographic. Like, when is the last time you've ever read a newspaper other than, like, maybe the front headline, okay? I can't even tell you the last time I've actually sat down and read a newspaper. I think maybe in, like, high school when it was required for some stupid assignment or something. Like, how does that work? The local newspaper's like, hey, school, we're gonna give you a bunch of funding money for whatever stupid sports crap you got going on. But you gotta force your students to read our newspaper and then, like, try to get them into the habit of reading our papers so that we can somehow profit. It's like, do you not know what the internet is? I guess when I was in high school, people didn't really know what the internet was, since it was like late into high school when Google started to exist. I remember like what the world was like before Google. It wasn't bad. It was all right. All right, we're just gonna blast the biggest roughneck here. Look at him puff his chest out with his meat cleaver. Like, meat cleaver versus literal exploding demon crossbows. I don't know, guys. That's 10k? Ugh. Okay. Here's the final synopsis, okay? The maps are like 106,000, okay? So we have 71,000 in loot plus 37,000 in silver. So that would be, we profited 2,000 silver in 22 minutes. That's why you don't run maps. That's why you just don't run them. Okay, but what about fame? We got like 500,000. Okay, and it took us like, what, 22 minutes? The fame's not the worst, but I could just run around and kill open world mobs and get that amount of combat fame credits so much faster and free. And have to pay for maps. Alright, well, that's it. That was 3 maps, 20 minutes. I'm sorry. Sorry it's not faster. I'm sorry it's not better. You would think it would be, like, good, but it's not. And, you know, maybe you can go to these little activities and wait for it, where it's like, use maps and dungeons and get a 15% fame boost. And then maybe it might be worth. Nah, it's still not going to be worth it, because open world mobs are so much better. There's no reason to ever run anything else. Like, seriously, there's no reason. There's absolutely no reason. Anyway, guys, I'm SwoleBenji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see next. I've covered everything in this game. Make sure that you leave several comments and reply to other people's comments, okay? And also make sure you're subscribed, because videos every day. So come back tomorrow for another video. If you want to leave a monetary donation, which, hey, update, some people on Elden Ring videos have been leaving, you know, donation comments, you know. Click the thanks button down below if you want to leave a one-time donation, real money donation. And your comment will be highlighted. It'll also show how much you donated, okay? Lately, the people that have been watching my Elden Ring videos have been donating, so that's pretty cool, man. Look, I know you guys have it in you. Maybe look, I'm gonna be real. Like, if you don't own a house and you don't own several cars and, you know, a nice fancy place in a nice safe neighborhood with plenty of food to eat and plenty of money stashed away for medical issues, or if your car breaks down, then don't donate. It's that simple. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about me. You know, I could die tomorrow. Someone could just like drop an anvil on my head, cartoon style, right? And then I'm gone. And then your donation's wasted, right? So don't If you're not in an absolute good state, if you don't have one of those fancy pants office jobs where you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars on a Christmas bonus or whatever, then don't worry about it. It's fine. I understand. Like, I get it. It's fine. It's okay, man. Don't be like those dudes that donate to, like, Pokimane. Like, yeah, man, Poke Squad donated most of my check. My wife's gonna be pissed. Like, don't be that guy. I mean, just don't. Okay? Save yourself first, man. I need to sell these potions. They've been sitting in this chest for years. It's 4 million. That's it. 2 million on those. Oh, come on. Wait. Let me check the price of a single potion. No, this is still under market value. They need to be above 5,000 for me to sell. Dang. Maybe one day. If you want to donate monthly, you can become a channel member. It's $5 a month. Click the join button down below. That is, it's like being a Twitch subscriber, but it's on YouTube, and YouTube is better than Twitch for so many reasons. You will get access to private, more personal videos. I have one out that teaches you how to be a YouTuber. If you want to be an Albion YouTuber, like, there was one guy that commented on my videos a few hours ago. He was like, I post Albion videos every day, but I'm not getting views or subscribers. What am I doing wrong? Well, if you watch that video, it's $5 to become a member, and you get access to those members-only videos. There's a link in the description. I'm sorry, there's a link in the pinned comment of a playlist of all my members-only videos. If any of those interest you, drop a $5, become a channel member, go watch the videos. I guarantee you it'll help you out. It's like 40 minutes long for the YouTube one. Pretty good stuff. Maybe one day I'll post my crafting guides there for Albion. Maybe, I don't know. The thing is, once I reveal how to do that shit, then everyone does it, and then I can't make money in this game anymore, and I'll be back to being broke. So guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Take care.